I think in the big companies they lose that. They have no imagination left. They don't want to take any risks. Everything is measured by the finance department, and I don't believe you can invent things in those environments. So that's why we are small, we're agile, and we are very creative, and we believe in magic. That's why we're Lostboyslab. Lostboyslab is a circular design studio and Scandinavia's largest 3D print farm. That means we work with additive manufacturing. We are a completely circular company. Everything we do revolves around the 7R model. So that means everything from reducing the material we use, recycling everything we do, and also everything we design is meant to be refurbished, fixed, repaired. So we even have a digital passport system that actually grown out of Lostboyslab and became a separate company called What.io. That is a digital product passport just to enhance the whole ability to actually recycle and reuse and repair the things we do. We are in Sweden, and you're actually now in the location where we have our biggest 3D print farm with around 160 printers. We develop our own materials, all recycled materials, and these are done in Sweden, Germany, and in the Benelux countries. We are all about sustainability, so everything we do is about actually using material which already exists. And this means that with our suppliers, compounders, recyclers, and other filament makers, everything we look at is how we can take waste streams which exists, including tire rubber, industrial waste from EPDM rubber. We have wood from the forest, basically actually sawmill dust, fish nets from the ocean. We work with Tide to take up plastic from Thailand and Indonesia. All this kind of material have already been a bottle, or they have been some cutlery, or they have been something else, or a tire. These materials we actually take in, we refine it, we build hybrid materials that is optimized for 3D printing, and we actually create a material which is 100% recycled using additive manufacturing, which is very, very good for the environment. That material then becomes a product. So, and if that you don't want that product anymore, you can actually take it back, we can grind it down, we can build pellets or filament again, and we make another product again. So we are completely circular in the way we work. Our carbon footprint is extremely low. Actually, the biggest part of the carbon footprint in this world is not the machines or the material production, it's the transportation in between. But still, it's very, very low. One is, of course, our customer, Infinite Acoustics. The whole aim with Infinite Acoustics is to build hi-fi speakers, beautifully designed artisan pieces, which should be done by local microfactories close to the customers. And the material they forced us to develop was actually have to be based on post-consumer waste in the form of tire rubber. And the other one is basically from ocean waste. So right now we are working on the highway line, which is using a material we developed here in Sweden called Adnite Black Velvet. So it's not on the market, so you can't buy it as a filament because it's made only for Infinite Acoustics as a customer. But with this we help them design, develop, fabricate, build all the processes from microfactories. And it's 100% recycled material, and they are absolutely beautiful. Another example is our paper plane furniture, which is then done on the big Magnum machine, which is a massive big printer. That printer prints directly from granules, so you actually don't have the 1.75 millimeter thread, you print directly from granules. And actually the chair I'm sitting on here is the bar chair from Paper Plane series. And this is made from 50% recycled wood and 50% recycled PP. And there is other versions which have the tire rubber in. We have versions with fishnets, which is picked up from the North Sea, and so on and so forth. So we are all the time looking for very big waste streams, and then we also design products. So we are very solution oriented not only looking at the particular thing to fix, we look at the whole chain of circularity, how we're going to deal with it afterwards, and so on. Everything we do, from industrial design to production managers, we're thinking about sustainability every day, every minute, in everything we do. And that's what differs. So Lostboyslab is a startup. I mean, it's kind of started just when the pandemic hit, and we built it as a think tank, basically as a fab lab, MIT fab lab from the ground up. Let's invent the best way we can do without thinking about money. So from ground up, we are based on a circular model and sustainability. And that's why every employee that is here have the same passion, have the same vision, or they wouldn't even survive a day on our coffee breaks. I think you all have seen Peter Pan, the movie. And I think I built a lot of companies. Some I even put on the stock market. And what I have seen as the companies grow bigger and bigger, they will be more finance driven. They're driven by KPIs, key performance indicators. People forget about why you actually start a company from the beginning. And we have a big vision about what we want to do, and we want to have the curiosity still there. And if you look at the movie Peter Pan, the Lost Boys who are in Neverland, there is still magic, you know? You can fly if you believe you can fly. You know, at least if you have Tinkerbell and some pixie dust. So this is all about pixie dust. We are proving to the world that mass production in China is not the right way to do it. You should only manufacture what you need. Everything else you keep in digital files, and you produce locally. Just like you do with crops and apples in the old days. You actually went to the local farmer and get your apples and your potatoes. We are back in the same era. And this additive manufacturing with local microfactories will completely change the whole manufacturing industry. That is the biggest thing that happened, in my opinion, in the industrial area. And basically the 3D print farm you see here, we don't have any molds. There is no setup time. This is digital manufacturing. It means that a design can be designed on the computer, and 10 minutes later we start the production. And we can produce one, or we can make 1,000. It all depends on the customer's choice and how much they need. But it's on-demand local manufacturing, and that is really magic. And that's why we want to get back curiosity in people's minds. I think in the big companies they lose that. They have no imagination left. They don't want to take any risks. Everything is measured by the finance department, and I don't believe you can invent things in those environments. So that's why we are small, we're agile, and we are very creative, and we believe in magic. That's why we're Lostboyslab. You can come to us with pre-sliced digital CAD models and say, I just want to manufacture in this material on this machine. And then we do that. So we have typical customer like Axis, is a big customer of ours. They come with everything ready, and we basically are a 3D print farm. We just service them with local manufacturing. We have 21 Markforged machines, and yeah, they use as a OEM manufacturing facility. But of course, we like more projects when we are involved in the whole process, when we actually get a concept, an ID on a little napkin, like a project we're doing now for Keep Sweden Tidy, Håll Sverige Rent. We are actually building all their trash pickers, and we developed the whole design, we did all the mechanics, and right now that's actually printing behind me. And these will be used on the beaches in Sweden to pick up trash, all done in recycled material from Sweden. Actually, the trash picker is made in recycled material, which you also are picking up with a trash picker. And these projects we love, because then we can design, we can engineer, we can have all the thoughts how to disassemble them if you need, how to repair them, and we can integrate all our technology, including the digital product passport, in these solutions. And that's of course what we like the most, when we are from beginning to the end, or actually we can really get the whole 7R model into our designs and our fabrication. The whole digital product passport ID is that you basically have a QR code or an NFC tag in the product. That means also that whenever you don't like the chair anymore, instead of trashing it or burning it or it goes to landfill, actually we have retake on everything. You can come back with a chair here, or your prints, or whatever you have, and that will be either grinded down by us down in the recycle department if it's smaller items, or it will be sent to our suppliers. So we work very close with Stora Enso, and they have a one-loop system. We work with Ecorub in Skellefteå, and we work with Adnorth in Borås. They all have Retex together with us. So we collect, we might grind it down here, we might just ship it to them. Then that will be grinded down again mechanically. New pellets or new filament will be produced, sent back to us, and we will make a new product out of it. But of course, if you can repair a product, it's even better, because then you can actually take the piece that is not working anymore, and you can either print it at home in your garage, or you can order one new item and you can repair it, or you can refurbish it, you can make it into something else. And that's why this other What.io technology is so important, because that gives you the ability to find spare parts, to find the 3D CAD files so you can print yourself. So it's all kind of a digital ecosystem where you need to inform the owner and the user and the recycler, what is this? What to do with it? And of course, if you get this chair, you don't know how it's composed with 50% wood and 50% plastic. So you need to have information, and that's what we now provide through this technology. And that was all invented in Lostboyslab. But now it's a separate company, but it's all the inventions came from here. So the magic was found here. It was based on the circular need of our own technology of additive manufacturing. So recycling, refurbish, reuse, remake is super important in everything we do. So thinking all the way when you design something. There is so many things you can do, but people have to start to think differently, right? Use recycled materials first of all. Don't just refuse using virgin material. Even the material we get from Tide, it has 30% carbon footprint if you compare to Chinese virgin plastic. There needs to be a completely new mindset of that our resources on the planet are scarce, right? We are just building 400 million tons of plastic, new virgin plastic every year. And some of these, a couple of percent, even ends up in the ocean. We are destroying this planet. And I think everybody have to think about everything they do. Where is my electricity coming from? Where is this things coming from? Where do we get the plastic mugs? Why do we use single-use plastic when we could have a porcelain mug? And so on and so forth. Everybody can do something. They might not be able to change their whole company because they've been around for 20 years and they have KPIs and finance department, but there is a lot of things they can do. And it's just to start to discuss it, during coffee breaks in the boardroom, and say we have to figure out ways where we consume less and we recycle what we do, and we think about the environment in anything we have in our business models, in our plans.